This is the Oppo Reno 10X Zoom. With this insane camera setup, this is easily the best camera phone under 40,000 rupees. But what about the rest of the phone? Is it a good smartphone overall? Well, let's find out in this long-term review of the Oppo Reno 10X Zoom after 3 months of use. Let's obviously start with the main selling point of this phone, the cameras. On the back, you get a 48 megapixel primary camera, an ultra-wide angle camera, as well as a periscope lens camera with 5x zoom. All three lenses have autofocus. That too a super fast laser autofocus system. The primary as well as the periscope lens also have optical image stabilization, making this camera setup extremely versatile and capable. As you can see in these samples, you get an amazing zoom range with almost lossless image quality up to 10x zoom. The image processing is also pretty good in almost any lighting condition. The 16 megapixel front camera is also very capable and produces pretty good results. In terms of video, this phone can capture up to 4K 60 without EIS or up to 1080p 30 with EIS. This phone also supports the camera to API and the Gcam mod results are really impressive. My only criticism about this camera setup is that you cannot record video with the ultra-wide angle lens as well as the 5x zoom periscope lens. I was hoping that it would be fixed with updates, but even after 3 months, it hasn't been fixed. But still, I'm hopeful. Now let's talk about that design. For me, this is the second most impressive aspect of this phone after the cameras. This frosted glass back looks beautiful, especially this ocean green color. The shark fin style pop-up camera is also quite unique. The build quality is also great. You get a metal glass build that feels quite premium. There is Gorilla Glass 6 in the front and Gorilla Glass 5 at the back for protection. Next up is the display. Here you get a massive 6.6-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with an insane 93% screen to body ratio. This screen is pretty good with amazing colors and contrast, making it great for media consumption. There is Widevine L1 support as well, so you can enjoy Netflix and other streaming apps in high definition. Even in the audio department, this phone impresses. The stereo speakers get quite loud and have decent sound quality as well. Unfortunately, there is no 3.5mm audio jack, but this phone comes with pretty good USB-C earphones. There is also Dolby Atmos on board to take the audio experience to the next level. The battery life on this phone is also really good. You get a beefy 4000 mAh battery inside that can easily last a day of heavy use with 6 to 7 hours of screen on time. The charging speed is also very good, as this phone comes with a 20-watt Whoop 3.0 charger that charges this phone from 0 to 100 in under 80 minutes. In terms of biometric security, there is a really fast optical under-display fingerprint scanner on board. Face Unlock is also quite fast, even though it's through a mechanized pop-up camera. Performance is also a very big highlight of this phone, as the very powerful Snapdragon 855 powers this phone. With flagship grade internals, you can easily play any game at highest graphics. The cooling system on board is also pretty impressive, ensuring smooth performance across long gameplay sessions. As you have seen so far, I have been extremely positive about this phone. There is hardly anything to complain about as far as the hardware is concerned. But unfortunately, the software doesn't live up to the high standards set by the hardware. This phone comes with ColorOS 6 based on Android 9 Pie. Compared to previous versions of ColorOS, ColorOS 6 is a massive improvement, but still not good enough for such an awesome hardware. If this phone came with something like Oxygen OS, the user experience would have been so much better. The biggest problem with ColorOS 6 is that it's trying so hard to do things differently compared to stock Android that it somehow just creates a complete mess. For example, the notification center here. You can hardly see 2 to 3 notifications at a time, and you cannot even have minimized notifications, which are very useful for a quick glance. Instead, there is a separate tab for unimportant notifications, which is obviously not very useful. There is also a limitation in the number of quick toggles. While other Android skins let you have multiple pages of quick toggles, here you are stuck with a maximum of 16. You don't even get the download progress bar for apps being installed via the Play Store, which is quite weird. I have also experienced a lot more app crashes and app reloads on this phone compared to most other Android flagships, especially with the launcher of my choice, Nova Launcher Prime, which I basically use on all my phones without any problem. The memory management is also quite aggressive, so you can hardly have 8 to 10 apps in memory even with 6 gigs of RAM. While the software lacks a bit in polish, it does try to make up for it with a lot of useful features. There is one hand mode, built-in screen recorder, game space, clone apps, smart sidebar, screen of gestures, and so on. Overall, the software experience, while better than before, still needs a lot of work and is currently the biggest weakness of this phone. Now that we have covered all the aspects of this phone, it's conclusion time. Overall, I really like this phone. For people looking for a camera phone, this is easily one of the best options. But it doesn't stop there. Design, display, battery, gaming performance, everything is really good about this phone. Software is feature-packed but lacks polish and can be a bit unintuitive at times, but I'm positive about its future. So to conclude, if you're looking for a complete package with good versatile cameras being most important, for under 40,000 rupees or $600 US, this phone gets my wholehearted recommendation. Alright, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel down below. Thanks for watching.